So today I was thinking about hamburgers, probably because I ate a hamburger, and I was thinking about how delicious it was, and my dad made it, and maybe it was because my dad made it and it had like some sort of quality to it that only my dad's hamburgers could possibly ever have because they're my father's and I love him and I love that he cooks us food and it's delicious. And then I was thinking, it's that, but it's also the quality of the meat he uses and the quality of the ingredients he uses and the care that he puts into what he does. Like, he buys organic grass-fed beef and he totally doesn't have to. Like, I don't know, he just buys it from like farmers who live in our state, and we like have a giant freezer in our basement, and right now I'm on vacation, I'm in a hotel, and what he does is he just brings food. He brought a cooler full of frozen meat that once we got to the hotel, because we have like a kitchen in here, he put it in the fridge and we just like cook it up. We had fish and now we're having hamburgers. The point is, it's just really delicious meat, and he like mashes it up and he puts this prosciutto in it, and he brought truffles, this just kind of a special kind of salt, and he just sprinkles this special salt on the french fries that he makes, and it's just, he puts so much time and effort into making these delicious hamburgers, and he makes them with such love that they always taste delicious no matter what, and it's just such a relaxing thing to just eat a hamburger. And this isn't just hamburgers, he does this with pasta, and he does this with, oh my god, his pasta is so good. He does this with almost every meal he makes, and he makes almost all the meals we eat. And so it's really strange to go out to eat because the food is good, but it's not the same. It feels a lot of the time like either you pay a whole bunch of money and you expect it to be delicious and fine and phenomenal and fantastic because you spent a whole bunch of money, but you could have just had that at home. The point is, I was thinking about quality, and I was thinking about how Americans perceive quality, and just kind of like a forewarning. A lot of the time when I talk, I don't agree with what I say, or at least I know what I'm saying and I know what I want to say, but my thoughts don't come out the same as when I'm, like, I'll say the words and it makes sense, and because I'll like assume that people who are watching know my thought. See, even now I can't even like find the right words, but I just mean to say that if I sound like I'm messing up or like I'm not making sense, I mean, I know I'm not making sense, but if there's something that I blatantly misstate or miscomprehend, totally point that out, but also know that I might know that I did that after I made the movie or the video and I just didn't want to go back and do it. Anyway, this is turning out really well. I'm incredibly proud of myself at this moment. P.S. This shirt is like a ridiculous blue-green color, and I got it for $2, and it's huge. I got it at a thrift store, and it's 100% silk, and I was like, no way. I was so pumped, and I'm gonna like sleep in it. I would like to read a few excerpts from the book with you. It's called Inside Japanese Ceramics. I'm a dork, and I've been getting into ceramics lately. Okay, and this really, well, I'd like a little this has a lot to do with what I've been thinking about and talking about, and I just don't know if I can fully get across my point, so why try to misquote it when it's right in front of me? Okay, Americans in particular, raised with industrial china, or for that matter, paper plates and plastic foam cups, have little common sense about how a good pot should look or feel. How can one begin to evaluate and appreciate functional ceramics in the absence of such a basic measure? The pioneering Japanologist Edward Morse toured the islands in 1878. He remarked on how the country folk would gather around him, eagerly touching his then exotic woolen garments and speculating about how they were made. It is from this level of curiosity and esteem that crafts of quality are made. Behind this simple appreciation are several distinct cultural factors. I'm going to skip the first one. Second, there is an interest in making these simple things work in expressive combinations. So making pottery work, quality tools made by artisans work in special combinations. This has been particularly nurtured in the tea ceremony. Beginning in the 16th century, tea masters began to advocate mixed groups of utensils rather than sets. They saw irregular groupings as having an appealing degree of incompleteness, even a poetic sadness. This can be likened to how a Western person might feel when browsing an attic full of old, randomly preserved belongings. The contrasts in such a mixed group of vessels also enhanced the formal qualities of any single object. It has become a convention to employ different shapes, textures, and colors in a single ceremony. Guests admire not only the shape and decoration of a pot, but the texture of the clay and the glaze, the way the object feels in the hand, even how the surface matures with age. I completely relate to that, and I feel like paying attention to that is so important and so interesting. I bought this cup from an artisan at an art fair. That was just beautiful, and it was just a hand thrown on a wheel ceramic cup, and it just had, I'll show it to you in a video sometime, and it's amazing. And over the months, I haven't even had it for that long, over the months that I use it every day, where my hand holds it and where my lips touch it, I always drink from the same spot. You can see all the wearing with age, how the oils in my hand have reacted with whatever the glaze is. I don't even know, and I just love that. I love the personable feeling you get from that, and I feel like it says a lot about who you are and your ability to appreciate, and even your culture's ability to appreciate, and shows what your culture values and what you as a person value. And it's kind of like an extension of how you treat yourself. Does that make sense? I don't want to be telling anyone how to live their lives, or telling anyone that if anyone uses styrofoam or paper plates, I'm not calling you a bad person or anything. I'm just thinking for the sake of thinking, and I hope no one takes offense to any of this. But yeah. Plus, it had to do with tea. That excerpt I read had to do with tea. And speaking of tea ceremonies, which I love, you can mix. Oh, I'm just going to leave it there, actually. I feel like this video is long enough. If anyone wants to know more about tea ceremonies, I'd be glad to tell you. Okay. Peace be with you, and also with you. Good day.